Gemini, each star sign got their own objects this time, and yours, or you led me to, like a snowflake. The only thing I know about snowflakes are beautiful, okay, so you can have that one, but also snowflakes are very individual, and I feel like Geminis are very individual. I am wearing my woodland crown. So I got this, I did not even know that it had flashing disco lights on it. And I thought to myself, who is going to appreciate this? Gemini, you are. Okay, so snowflakes, they land lightly, they fall lightly. Geminis live lightly. You don't have a heavy imprint on the earth in terms of the way you think, the way you live, the way you laugh, the way you love. I'm going to take 3 overall energy cards. The sun is trying to come out, but otherwise I'm in the middle of a storm. I'm in an old house and it feels like an old ship. Exciting times. There's one of your cards. Using the Wild Unknown oh, hello. Come in. Using the Wild Unknown Tarot. You. Ooh! No wonder. Hang on. God, they're all like, me, pick me. Okay, I'll put that little stack there. Look at this is a mess. That's what the card table looks like at the moment. We'll come back to that when it's slightly more organised. Okay, Gemini. You know the card where I went, it's that one. Tower. Straight off the bat. Love me a bit of tower action, especially in the Wild Unknown. Don't know why, but it really works. Lightning, tree. Think of the tree as your current beliefs, your current status, the current situation. I'm very apt that I'm doing your reading in a storm because we have a lot going on. We've got all sorts. We've got a new moon on the 28th. We've got Mercury going retrograde mid-March, Venus going retrograde quite soon, don't know when, someone bung it in the comments if you know. And we've got 2 eclipses and Mars going direct. Eclipses in mid-March and the end of March. Okay, so no wonder you're the one who's actually in tune with what's going on. Okay, you knows it. You knows it, you do. Okay, so we have a tower. Furry muff, and 5 of Wands, scattered communication, scattered thinking, which is cool for a Gemini because you're mutable, you're dualistic, you're the twins. That's why I want to pretend I'm a Gemini. It feels as if something's going to blow. I'm going to turn over some. Oh, there you are. There you are. Calm before the storm. The calm, Mother of Cups, Queen of Cups. You can feel it in your water, in your bones, in your disco lights. Oh, I wish it was darker and I could show you these. They're so amazing. But also, disco lights here. I was going to call it a goose, but it's a swan. That is your intuition. That is whatever your own personal, feel it in my water, feel it in my disco lights. It's like when animals can feel there's going to be a storm or there's going to be an eclipse. Don't know if you remember, and of course I'm 1,000 years old, the eclipse back in the millennium. Was it 1999? And do you remember, I remember being outside in a field with my boss actually, and some pregnant secretary woman. It was really random, and I was a temp, I think. And we all stood in this field, and then everything just went really purple coloured, and all of these birds flew out of the bushes, and it was like something out of a film. It feels like you have the birds flying out of the bushes, and the universe is going, pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. What do we pay attention to, and who pays attention? The fox in the 7 of Swords. Fox in the Seven of Swords. There's something or someone around you that's a bit sneaky beaky, okay? I'm going to read, this is your kind of general reading. We're looking at life purpose, we're looking at career, we're looking at all of those good things. There'll be a love reading underneath this in a minute because we'll look at your love stuff. There's always an extended reading for the love stuff. So if you get really into that, it will be the first link in the description box. But for now, to get these two together, that's a big thing. Then you may have a feeling that there's something going on at work. I want to say in the Twitterverse, but that's not even a thing anymore. It could be something going on for you online. It could be something in your WhatsApp groups, your chat groups, your forums. It feels kind of collective. And it feels like, and I'm getting channeled, you know, railway lines, when you're at the station, like if you're in London, you're waiting for a train, or even in my little place, you're waiting for a train. You get this zipping sound. You get it in the underground, the tube, maybe, don't know what you call it in America. And they make this funny, twangy metal noise, like that. And then you know the train is coming, okay? The train is coming, Gemini, and you're the first one to know. That could even be you. Sometimes the Seven of Swords is you, not them. Sometimes it's you sneaking around. Sometimes you need to sneak around. Sometimes you need to play it close to your chest. Let's see whether it's you or them, okay? Oof, cripes. Goodness. It's a lot. That's why I said Twitterverse. Got it, Captain. God, that is itchy nose. Okay. Got the Ace of Pentacles, good old solid Ace of Pentacles here. Making a new start on something that you know is going to be true. There ain't nothing more true than a bisected tree trunk. Trees are just so noble, aren't they? And strong, and the roots. It feels like you are assessing a situation. You're going to be having a bit of a restart. Remember, Mercury is going retrograde, which for Geminis I think is often a bonus. While everybody else is weeping into their coffee, you're cleaning up. Because you're the only one who can cope with the timelines and everything going forwards, backwards, sideways, all of this good stuff. I feel like I'm in a 1990s rave. Big box, little box, big box, little box. You're the only one who can cope with that maelstrom. But what is that? Good God, Gemini, Nine of Swords. That's a lot. I always think this Nine of Swords is so full on. It's like a claw. It's got eyeballs. We've got worms. We've got a cross section of swords. I mean, she went to town when she made that card. And I appreciate it because Nine of Swords is not easy, as we know. In a way, the Ten of Swords is easier because you're there. You know, it became too painful to stay the same. You're like, stuff it. I'm on the bottom. The only way is up. At the moment, you don't know which way to go. See if you can stay, and I want to say in that delicious moment, it might not feel delicious. See if you can stay in the uncertainty. Geminis are the most well-equipped for uncertainty because you don't just like change, you are change. So Gemini facilitates change for everybody else. The other card you get is, that's why I was getting the Twitterverse, it was birds, and it did feel that way. This is Whispers on the Breeze, talks around the water cooler. I mean, I don't know what you call it now, but it's probably something that's on your phone, let's face it, because most things are. tap into the information that's available to you. It will become available to you. Just plugging my phone in. It will become available, okay? You will get a tidbit, something. Let's look at all these cards together. Something to chew on. So we're starting off really with scattered branches, with some chaos added, maybe a left field event from the universe as well coming in. Just something which has been brewing, something which has been growing, something which has been nagging you along, and you've been feeling it, and you've been either ignoring it, or you've kind of known that you didn't want to join the party of it yet because you didn't know how to fix it, what to do with it. I think you are in a state of vigilance, and I think that is very much the right thing. You have a very good sense of timing as a Gemini. All Geminis do. Okay? It's something, I don't know. I mean, you kind of remind me of the workings of a clock. I'm just going to get your love cards. So, timing is everything. This is not concluded yet. The answer has not been, it's not like it's destined. You know, you could still affect change in this a great deal, whatever the situation is. Do you remember we started with you getting this lovely snowflake? You know, it's a bit like raindrops as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's a hexagon. It's a bit like raindrops. You get that snow and one day it looks, you know, amazing. The next day it can all vanish. There's something very graceful about snowflakes and about their ability to melt. And your ability to not cling on, actually, is going to be your best friend. Roll with the punches. Be the thing that can morph. Okay? It's your secret talent anyway. And also, we are in all sorts. We're in Pisces season. We've got eclipses. We've got retrogrades. I mean, it's all going on, isn't it? But actually, you could really clear up from this if you play your cards right, if you keep your powder dry, and if you stay below the radar. You may not be the only fox in the equation. There may be somebody else who's trying to outsmart you as well. But that's okay. That's just the sport. That's just the game between two animals. Sorry about that, Gemini. My phone went. Normally I have it on silent. It's like my ringtone, though. Right. Let's get in there for the love reading, shall we? Love, love, love. Ooh. Okay. So we have the Queen of Pentacles, which is a very steadfast and steady card. Okay. You have your situation up here where you're basically playing a game of, almost like a computer game, of trying to outsmart something, trying to predict something, trying to outwit something. And also worrying about that. There's some certain amount of stress over it, okay, with that Nine of Swords. Come to the Queen of Pentacles. She's a totally different breed. Queen of Pentacles is somebody who is patient, who is playing the long game, who is comfortable with knowing that something is in the offing, but she doesn't need to know exactly what it is straight away. Then we have 10 of Wands coming in for your love life. This is about jettisoning a cargo, letting go of something, letting something move. It feels as if, if we look at this bridge card here, that there's been anxiety around something, around a relationship, around a person, around a situation. There is a burden of anxiety. I'm almost welcoming that the Tower's coming into your life anyway, because I feel like it kind of needs to hit this bushel of roses as well, and just knock something out, knock something down, blow something open. I feel like, yeah, there's been some secrets, or there's been some unrecognized communication. So in other words, there's been talking, or there's been texting, or there's been whatever form of communication, but you haven't quite worked out what each other is trying to say. Two of Swords, it's very important because it goes here with the Queen of Pentacles. Two of Swords is telling you that it's not out there yet. When you have the Two of Swords, you have the two Aces of Swords crossed over each other like this. And both of these paths or ideas or decisions are a good idea, okay? Both of these are something that you may want or think is sensible or right or true about your love life. But what you never know, because this Two of Swords, there's always a blindfold on, is that there's a third way. And the third way only emerges when you blow the barn doors off what you've got. Okay? So something, I feel like you may have been waiting patiently. If you haven't, the universe is saying you should be. Okay? This Queen of Pentacles, universe is saying, oi, oi, Gemini, cool your jets. Calm down. This is coming. Okay? This is happening. But at the same time, it's going to take its sweet time. It's going to have divine timing. That's really, really important, because there's a whole lot of divine timing if you've got two eclipses coming up. And I feel like the Tower is the eclipses. Oh my God, that's so nice. Okay. Ten of Cups. We needed that rainbow, didn't we? There's a lot of pressure building on this. There's a lot of pressure building on a situation, on communicating, on being... What is the word that I'm looking for? Let me show you the cards. And I might take... Yeah, I'm going to take a Lenormand card. There's a lot of pressure on finding a solution for something. And I don't think that overthinking or strategizing, because that's a strong card, that Nine of Swords, okay? It's what I call the 4 a.m. card. It's being up, it's thinking about things, it's wondering, what if this, what if that, asking for advice. Yes, nice. I love that you got this. The universe wants you to know that there really is a happy ever after, cheesy though it may be, okay? Rainbow, glitter, unicorns, all of that stuff. But the quality of how you wait and how you feel while you're waiting and how you feel while you're patient and how you deal with this, what's on your plate, how you deal with what's holding you back, limiting beliefs, and also taking on too much of the doingness of things, if that's even a word, too much of the effort. You can't work for two of you in this relationship or this situation. Two of Swords, it's saying it's like a Control-Alt-Delete or a pause. And it's just, there is a third way, and it's much nicer than you think. And the card that I got in the Lenormand is the Stork. Changes, transformation and improvements. But they're literally brought by the Stork. You know, like babies are. You don't have to work so hard to make this happen. I'm just going to put that in your book, because that's really important, and you need to write it down too. You don't have to work so hard to make this happen. Love that for you. There's a power in doing nothing for you when it comes to your love life. which is never, oh, I love that, the world, which is never what we feel like when we feel like there's a lot at stake. When we feel like there's a lot at stake, it's like, oh my God, must do this now, you know, make a strategy, as Geminis do, make a mental plan, gather all my thoughts together, work out what to do next. No, none of that. When you take your foot off the gas with this and hold back, that's when it takes a gigantic leap forwards. But it doesn't benefit from your needing to control it or from your efforts, weirdly. Normally in life, you know, we're told that if we work hard at things, we'll get them, all of that kind of stuff. This is just the opposite, I'm afraid. If you don't work hard at this and you take your foot off the gas, you will be rewarded. We've got judgment coming in. There is also something in your love life that is repeating. I don't know if it's a pattern, I don't know if it's a person, but judgment is a card of what I call back to the future, something repeating, having another go at this. For a few of you, all is not lost is a message that's coming through, which is very interesting. And also the snowdrop, it walks lightly, it lands lightly. You need to live lightly about this. Any kind of efforting is going to backfire. Yeah. And the biggest thing is we've got the 8 of Cups coming in here. You have to be prepared to distance yourself. And when you distance yourself, that's when the real magic happens. Now, this is something that Geminis are incredibly good at. So I'm glad that I'm talking to you. If there are things that you can't get to grips with, you can't accept, or they're not acceptable for you, lovely Geminis, you've got to know in your heart of hearts that you can put a distance between you and that person or that behaviour. Okay? Oof. The oracle card you get is true love. Oh, that is nice. That's your 10 of Cups. But it's also a yardstick for you. Anything less than this is not enough for you. Do you remember the tree trunk that you got? It has to be true. And also with that 7 of Swords, anything that is not true needs to reveal itself and will reveal itself when the time is right, not through digging or looking or strategizing, but actually through the opposite. In your extended reading, Gemini, I am going to take different deck of cards. I'm going to take how do they feel about you reading from your person. I'm going to look at that 7 of Swords. I'm going to look at the 8 of Cups, the 10 of Cups. I'm going to look at what is the best direction to go in. And also just see if there's anything behind the scenes with your person that we need to know about, okay? The link is in the description box for that. Leave me a comment, love my Gemini comments, and try to reply to as many as I can. And I'll see you on the other side. Namaste.